guys, it's Anthony. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to go over some car sales closing techniques to overcome objections, and we're going to talk about my favorite technique of all, one that I adopted early on in my sales career, and my salespeople are fascinated as to how many times I use it and in how many different scenarios, because I think it's the most important one. It's called address and redirect. Address and redirect. This technique works on the lot. It works on the phone. It works in person, negotiating a deal. Basically, what it comes down to is your customer is going to have an objection. I call them excuses, but they're going to have an objection, and you got to face it head on. You can't tippy-toe around it. You can't dance around it. We talked about that in previous videos. You have to face it head on. You have to overcome the objection, but then you can't have awkward silence. You got to know where you're going after that. You have to redirect back to what you want to talk about. So the next video is coming up. We're going to go over all of the scenarios and how to overcome them. I'll give you some of the scenarios now. Each of them is probably going to require its own video so that I could teach you the word tracks, how it flows, how you address and redirect back to where you want to go to move the ball downfield and move the customer throughout the sales funnel. But just to give you some examples of when you're going to object and address and redirect, address and redirect to overcome the objections. On the phone, right, you're going to have to address and redirect because you're trying to make an appointment and they're trying to talk themselves out of not coming to the dealership. You're going to have to address and redirect back to making the appointment. On the lot, they're either going to give an objection to you about inventory, not having the vehicle that they want, not enough selection or variety or so on and so forth, or they're not going to rush into things. They're just, first day out on the lot. They're not making a decision. All these things, right? There's a bunch right there. You're going to have to address and redirect to keep the deal moving forward. So that's on the lot. In person, when you're negotiating the deal, they're going to object about the money down, obviously, right? They don't want to put that much money down. They're going to object to the payment, obviously, right? They're going to object to the interest rate, right? They're going to object to probably the lender sometimes, right? I had that happen the other day in the dealership. Customer only wanted to go through a certain lender, right? No matter what. They're going to object to the lender. They're going to object to not wanting to lease the vehicle if you're trying to get the customer to lease the vehicle. They're going to object to the mileage, right? The miles per year in the lease. All of these things they're going to object to. You have to overcome those objections, but then you have to go somewhere at that point. Once you overcome the objection, you can't just kind of sit there because sometimes it can be an awkward silence. You got to then guide the customer back to where you want to go in the deal. So that's address and redirect. It's my favorite technique. I do it all the time. There's plenty of other scenarios where I'm going to use it. But basically, anytime a customer objects, I want to overcome that objection, right? Overcome that objection. I'm going to address it. I'm going to address it head on. I'm not going to dance around it. I'm not going to run and hide from it, right? And that takes time. Once you have the knowledge, right? Once you have the knowledge, you can apply that knowledge. Once you apply the knowledge, you'll gain experience. Once you gain experience, you'll get confidence. You'll gain confidence because the knowledge will be buried in your subconscious. It's not going to be in your conscious mind anymore where you have to think about it, where you have to look at scripts, where you have to read off the script. It's going to be in your subconscious mind. It's going to flow naturally so that you don't have to think about it. And that's when you start to really get confident. And that's when it becomes easier to address and redirect. Once you have the address part down, the redirecting becomes easier because you'll know that you nailed it. You know that you nailed the word track and you're confident that it was enough. You could feel it resonate with your customer and you're going to redirect back. We're going to go over all of this in future videos, but address and redirect, my number one favorite closing technique, and I can't wait for you guys to use it as well. Hey, my friend, thank you for watching. And if you want to see videos just like this one, please like and subscribe to our channel. We really appreciate the love and support. And don't forget, leave some comments down below. I'm looking forward to all of your interaction and feedback, and I can't wait to bring you more videos just like this one. Thanks again. I'll talk to you soon.